Ramble.
You consider yourself a black sheep, a misfit, or screwball? You're a screwball.
I'm definitely a screwball.
Yeah, I'm more of a black sheep.
Yeah.
It's kind of perfect for you because if you're a screwball, we've got the perfect drink.
What could it be?
Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Yum.
Looking for an outlet to unleash your inner creative self while cooped up at home? Look no further than
Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
it can enhance your favorite cocktail.
You know, I'm always skeptical, honestly, of flavored alcohols.
Me too, especially my whiskeys.
Yeah, but this one actually works, you know, because when you think about peanut butter, it's sweet and salty. It has complex flavors, and whiskey also, bourbon especially, is on that sweet side. It's really good. You know, it tastes amazing all by itself, neat or on the rocks or as a shot, but it also elevates practically any cocktail into a whole new experience. I mean, think about whiskey Coke, you know what I'm saying? A little whiskey soda. Now, I don't know if you've done this, but in the South, sometimes we put peanuts into our soda.
Screwball, the original and most awarded peanut butter whiskey, is now available near you. As 70 proof, enjoy it neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Pick up Screwball at your local store or get it delivered today. Ready to get screwed? Go to screwballwhiskey.com for more info and click on Buy Now. Please drink responsibly. Advertisement by Screwball Spirits, LLC, San Diego, California. Whiskey with natural flavors, 35% alcohol by volume.
Thank you to Screwball Whiskey, Talkspace, Caliper, and Honey for sponsoring today's episode.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there. Welcome to the TryPod. This is going to be the most incredible podcast you have ever listened to. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the comedy stylings of Freddie Mercury poisoning. Wait, me. Your mustache is gone.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's gonna be confusing for next week.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everything always happens as you expect.
It grows out fast,
Oh, that
baby.
didn't occur to me.
Sometimes we record and release things out of order. We also have David Bowie.
Oh, I want to be David
Hey,
Bowie.
it's me, David Bowie.
Yeah, nice. And over here we have John Lennon.
Ooh, thank you.
That's it.
I don't like doing accents, man. I could try it, but I don't know if I'm gonna.
Give us your best breast British
Give us
accent.
your breast
Give us
British.
your breast British
impression.
accent.
Well, thank you, Eugene.
That's not bad.
All right.
And of course we have Miles Bonsignore, our resident George Michael.
Hey, what's up? How's everybody doing?
Dude, I was hyped for this podcast, but now I just want to kind of cuddle up and take a nap. This is a nice,
Get
chill
a nice
vibe.
mug of hot chocolate. Put some marshmallows in there.
I haven't had hot chocolate
Snuggle
in a
up.
long time.
Wait for the sugar rush to hit you.
You want some hot chocolate?
No, I don't. It's so thick.
You said it like it was a great loss in your life.
That's a good thing.
No, I think it was a realization that, like, yeah, I don't need that anymore.
You don't like the thickness of a nice hot chocolate?
No, I think when I want hot things now, I want thinner hot things like tea, coffee, or cider. I don't really love cider that much either, unless it's a really good cider.
But what if it's what's the thing they make in a pot? Was it hot cider?
Mulled wine?
Yeah,
I believe you're talking about glog.
yeah,
What is glog?
hot sweet stuff in a pot?
It's like a
good.
Swedish mulled wine.
Yeah,
Glurg. I
Glog.
think it's pronounced glurg.
yeah. I don't like eggnog.
You don't like eggnog?
Nah.
Few people do.
You know, I had it only recently when we did a video, and it wasn't that bad.
It's thick.
I thought I would not like it, and I liked it.
It's pretty good.
I obviously can't drink eggnog anymore, so I had a very small window in my Jewish upbringing. Never was exposed to eggnog. Now I don't. But when I first had it, I did not know it was commonly spiked, and I got fucked up.
Oh yeah.
I'm just, for some reason, as you were telling that story, I'm imagining you as 10 years old. And then there was a real twist for me. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, it was like in college was the one and only year that I was exposed to eggnog,
Yeah.
and I got wasted.
I honestly prefer it as a non-spiked beverage. It's too much with alcohol. You know, it's like, I don't want to be like downing thick, milky drinks of alcohol.
How the fuck do we get onto holiday drinks? It's not even Christmas time.
Anyway, so what
are
do
we
you guys
talking
want for
about?
Christmas
I
this
accidentally
year?
got drunk as a child once.
What?
Really?
Yeah, we had like a punch at my house, and I didn't know it was spiked, and like I just thought it was punch because we always had punch, but we never had alcoholic punch, like ever. That was not something I had to look out for. And then we had some party, and I remember I took a cup of the punch and I drank it. No one noticed or said anything. I went back for another cup again.
Did you not notice that it tasted crazy?
No, it didn't taste that crazy to me.
Probably had grain in it.
And then
can't taste that at all.
Yeah,
then
it's a hard party.
on my third cup, they were like, Keith, you can't have that. And I was like, oh, but I already have. And then my older brothers were like, he had some, we want some. And then my parents let them each have one cup because I had already had two. And then all I remember is that I like went back to my room and had a great time. I don't remember what I did. But I remember having I think I was just hanging out. Like, this is fun. I think I was playing with my toys. I think I was having a great time.
Little drunk kid.
Yeah, a little tipsy, partying. And then I was in trouble, but I was like, I can't be in that much trouble. I didn't know. And nobody stopped me. That's on you.
Okay, I'll go to my room.
It's the parents' job to stop their children from drinking.
My mom growing up had that, theory that I'm going to demystify alcohol. If I just let him have like a little sip of beer or whatever, he's going to realize like, oh, this tastes gross. He's not going to want it. And so I remember we were at Disney in Florida. I must have been 10 or something. And so she was like, she had the most colorful, beautiful drink. She's like, okay, just have a little sip. You're going to realize that this is gross. Maybe I wasn't 10. I'm making my mom sound like she's terrible. Well,
I already called my parents out for giving my brothers alcohol.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So I was 4 years old. But she gave me a little sip, and immediately 3 different waiters came and they said, ma'am, we're going to have to ask you to leave the restaurant.
Oh, wow.
Because Disney has their eyes on you. They are not fucking around. Wow. It was immediate. And I remember we were like, what are you talking about? Like, I was just trying it. And then so we had to take our food in a little doggy bag, and we sat by a fountain and we finished our dinner.
Did she chug her drink in disgust?
She smashed it on the ground.
Wow.
And then she took the shard and held it to someone's neck and said, you tell me how to raise my kid one more time.
Get out of here, Mickey.
Wow.
Listen, I got.
Oh, you have to leave.
I got the prototypical first sip of alcohol American story.
Yeah?
We had that second fridge.
Oh, yeah. The garage fridge.
The garage fridge. Yeah.
You're talking about.
That's where Daddy and Mommy put their happy juice.
That's the daddy fridge.
So one time during a party, me and my little sister, we say, we're going to go try that Budweiser.
Oh, wow.
So we went, I was maybe like 10. Yeah, and we snuck in there while they were distracted, opened it, and right when we both took a sip, I remember this like it was yesterday. I yelled, this tastes like goat piss. It was the most southern description, but it did, for me, it tasted a lot like goat pee. It's what you think when you first have beer. You're like, this is
bad.
Goat's pee.
It's not tasty.
My dad let me have like beer sometimes at restaurants, and like multiple times thinking let me try it. And I always think like you're not gonna like it, and he was right. I never liked it. It was not good.
You're like, no, I'm gonna like it.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'll have the beer.
All right, round us out, Ned. When did you first? That's apparently what this podcast is about.
Oh yeah. I don't really. Okay, I do remember a story. All right, I remember.
Everybody's got a story.
Everyone's got a story.
I remember being like 17, 18, like camp counselor, and I was like home for like a couple of nights, like by myself. My parents were. They were in Australia. We had this family vacation, but I came back a couple days early because I was starting this summer job as a camp counselor. And it was very exciting. I did a transcontinental flight all by myself, took some Ambiens, realized that you had to try and fall asleep for Ambiens to work. You couldn't just watch movies. I thought it happened automatically. I was like, I'll just watch movies. It'll happen automatically. But no, then I'm like 8 hours deep into an Ambien.
Miles.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Your phone.
Sorry. Are you busy? Are you busy? Are you a secretary now?
Oh my God.
Jesus. Who are you calling?
It was the drug store.
The drug company store?
Ned, you're
Sorry.
Oh, Ned. Miles, you're selling drugs on the job? My God.
Yeah, that's kind of been my side hustle.
Yeah.
That's his story.
Yeah.
Well, Ned, unfortunately, that alarm does mean that we're all out of time.
You'll have to tune in next week to see how it goes.
Well, actually, in 2 weeks.
The quick ending to the story is me all by myself, just being like, let's check out the liquor cabinet, and then just drinking straight from the bottle. My parents didn't drink hardly at all, so this liquor cabinet was like just smelled weird and just wasn't open very often.
Covered in dust.
Miles, what's your story? I feel like we need to hear from you.
I mean, we definitely took a Budweiser at my 8th grade graduation from like from the adult.
One beer, then
We're
5
men
guys.
I don't know. It was a Heineken, and we were like, this is so naughty. And we all shared a Heineken, and then me and all my male friends were like, we're fucking so drunk. Let's go skinny dipping in my neighbor's lake. we went skinny dipping in my neighbor's lake, and it was a ball.
How many guys had shared that one beer?
It was like 3 or 4 guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we slept in my dad's camper van in the parking, like in front of our house.
Dude, I have such a
Oh,
crazy
man.
hangover.
Yeah, I was so fucked.
That reminds me of a time when I bought a whole bunch of underage kids alcohol. But plot twist, I felt uncomfortable about it at the time because I was just turned 21 and these kids were like 18 or something.
Of course.
And I was like, I don't know, this doesn't feel right. Like they just wanted me to buy a bunch of stuff, so I bought a whole bunch of O'Douls.
Oh, yes.
I put it in a 5-gallon like a Gatorade cooler.
For those who don't know, O'Doul's is non-alcoholic
Yes,
beer.
it's a non-alcoholic beer.
You opened all the beers.
And I opened all the
individually
beers,
and
poured them in this cooler, and then we were like, we got a keg. And everyone's like, yeah.
Wow.
And then the craziest thing was all these kids just acted like they were
of
hammered.
course.
Yeah.
It was this sort of psychosomatic, oh, I'm drinking. I'm having so much fun. This is a crazy party.
That's awesome.
I've always dreamed of tricking the freshman class
Yeah.
with the non-alcoholic beer.
What we did. And one girl was like, I'm going to be so hungover tomorrow. And I was like, I bet you won't be.
Yeah, humans are fucking stupid. Zach's got some of the best topics.
Why do you keep saying that? What kind of Freudian situation is
I'm
happening
so
here?
drunk right now, you guys. Oh my god,
He had
what-
Ned buy him beer.
Oh shit! This is Ned got me the keg yesterday. The
man.
breast topics. Zach's got the breast hot topics. Hot breast topics today.
Hot topics.
Speaking
with
of breast
Zach.
topics, we had the second episode of our new podcast, Baby Steps, on Sunday. We talked about baby bumps and talked about pregnancy cravings. And Ariel had a lot of weird cravings. Like she ate a bag of Doritos a day. It made me think, like, what do you guys have any weird cravings? Do you have any weird like food things where you're just like, I do this, I mix this with this, and it tastes amazing?
I don't know if it's weird, but this weekend I put some goat cheese into one of them really green olives and ate it with Triscuit. And it was fucking good, baby. It was hot. It was good. I liked it. It was good. I was like, whoa, this is good. And I ate like 12 olives in a row. And that's the most recent
You
example.
sound like a pregnant lady. For
yeah,
sure.
it was so good. I don't know what it was. It changed the flavor dramatically. It was so delicious.
Now, Keith, did you pair said treat with your brand new hot sauce?
I didn't. But I have been eating my new hot sauce. The Keith's Habersberger sauce, available on the internet. It's delicious, and my best thing with it actually is steak. Even though I made it for burgers, I found it's the most delicious steak sauce I have ever had.
It has that nice green chili flavor, so it's kind of like a little chimichurri.
It's very smoky, and it's got like a teeny bit of horseradish in it. But when you eat it with the steak, it like really comes out, and that's just the best flavor with steak.
So let me get this right. Your chicken sauce is best enjoyed on pizza, and your burger sauce is best enjoyed on steak.
Yeah, steak and potatoes. Yeah, you got it.
Oh, and potatoes. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're really good.
we always go down an avenue of like, let's make the perfect sauce for this. And then in our testing, we're like, you know what? It actually is better on this, but it's too late. The label's made. And I could have changed it to Keith's steak sauce, but I thought that people would see steak as a limiter and people wouldn't try it on other things. Whereas I think if you call it a burger sauce, people are more likely to try it on a lot of things. And it's really just a grilled food sauce, in my opinion. It's good on grilled food.
Keith's grilled food sauce.
Yeah, it doesn't
a nice
have the
ring to
best
it.
ring to it.
And you get that on Heatonist?
Heatonist.com. You can also go through the Try Guys website, and there's a little link through it as well, or on my Instagram. You get it. If you're listening to the podcast, you're very aware of the hot sauce game. It's not news to you, but it is delicious. I hope you try it.
Zydeco.com.
Yeah.
There's actually a huge...
It's also available on Zach's Tea site.
I'll go on. I'll put a link to your hot sauce on my
I don't
tea
know. I
website.
can't do that to Heatonist site because it's too big a site, but I wish I could.
You guys should do like a combined thing.
We're thinking about it. We're
Stay
thinking
tuned.
about a little
Oh, really?
holiday quad
Okay.
pack.
Okay.
You heard it here first, but we don't know if it's going to happen yet.
I'm working on it.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
Zach's
find
working on it.
Baby Steps. Search for Baby Steps anywhere you get podcasts or youtube.com/Baby Steps.
Sometimes it feels so hard to take care of yourself, buddy?
Yo, I agree, Keith.
But you know what's not so hard is taking a CBD powder to make your life a little bit better. You know, CBD, it helps you feel better without making drastic changes to your routine. You could put a little of this powder into your coffee. You could put it into your evening tea. Whatever you use CBD for, this is a great way to do it. And you don't have to use one of those weird tinctures where you're putting a tiny little baby bottle in your mouth and squirting some funky juice under your tongue. You can just put it in a powder. Drink it on up. Yum, yum. Feel good.
So meet Caliper, a better way to consume CBD. Caliper believes everyone deserves a simple way to feel better. Unlike CBD oils, Caliper's CBD powder is completely tasteless and mixes easily in any food or drink.
I actually do often have a little bit of CBD in my evening cocktails or just sparkling water. It helps me de-stress, helps me calm down.
Rediscover your best self with a CBD product that's clinically proven to be superior to standard CBD oils. And it's clinically proven that you absorb 450% more CBD with Caliper CBD powder compared to tinctures.
450%? Anyway, get 20% off your first order when you use promo code TRYGUYS at TryCaliber.com/TryGuys.
You can try
Discover
Caliper CBD risk-free for 30 days.
If you don't love it, they'll send you a full refund. That's TryCaliber.com/TryGuys.
Don't forget promo code TRYGUYS for 20% off your first order.
This is actually a huge week for you, Keith, because not only do you have the new hot sauce, but this is actually Keith's final episode of the TryPod. He's leaving to go be Lizzo's ghostwriter.
I'm going to be Lizzo's muse, actually. I'm just going to stand in a corner and come up with little ditties and then inspire her to make hilarious TikToks.
Wait, so what's the story here? You guys were texting all after I went to bed, and I didn't really catch up on it.
Classic. Well, you TryPod listeners know that we came up with White People Taco Night on an early episode of the TryPod.
Here. It happened here.
Somebody else put that audio onto TikTok and it blew up. So I, of course, made an entire song of White People Taco Night to add to the steam that it was getting. And a lot of people have been making their own, like, I've heard White People Chinese Night, where they're getting takeout Chinese food, etc. All these different things. But Lizzo last night did, was it green chili enchilada night? Or something like that.
It was like New Mexico something.
But she basically did her own version of my song, which means now I have officially been covered/parodied by Lizzo.
Wow.
This is huge. It also is just like somebody tagged me on Twitter saying, "Did you see this?" I was like, "This is so awesome." And it's just like the power of the internet. As many bad things as there are, there's also really cool, amazing, like little moments of like, wow,
I'm going to
connected.
fucking play it.
Green chili enchiladas night.
That's the same tune.
Garlic and green chilies from New Mexico, and you put in a very creamy soup. Then you season that shit, then you blend it up, then you get some jackfruit from the grocery store.
That's Woo! It's so exciting.
It was very cool. Honestly, so I was looking hilariously. My Facebook memories showed me things that have happened on that day. And apparently September, 15th was yesterday? Mm-hmm. September 15th is a big day for Keith annually. Really? Like September 15th is when we all arrived in Australia last year.
Oh,
September
wow.
15th was a time when I had my first party in college where we made money on the keg. I'll find this photo shoot. We have a photo shoot of me like covered in like, I don't know, 20 singles, but I'm laughing hysterically drunk in bed. Like my roommates were taking pictures of me in money in bed. That happened on September.
That's a big Keith day.
Look, we were talking about drinking earlier. This ties in.
It does.
The hot sauce is launching yesterday morning. Something else happened. I don't remember what happened. Something else happened that was cool. It's a big day.
They're like, every year you look forward to September 15th because those are like four like pretty
mediocre.
No. There's more, but I forgot what it was. But I only realized yesterday
the
that
day you got engaged, or
no, it was not the day I got. But that's what my wedding anniversary is in in a week.
Well, join us next week when we revisit This Day in Keith.
I gotta figure out. There was other stuff. I was looking last night, and I was like, cool things have happened on this day, but I can't remember.
So let me get this straight.
I can't remember what they were.
The sauce launch, that's pretty big deal.
Pretty big, but that
Us
technically happened today.
Arriving in Australia, that's not really.
That's huge.
No,
I have never been in another country before in my life.
That is
I guess
true.
that's bigger.
That's
bigger.
crazy. The first foreign country you went to was Australia.
Yeah, it was a part of America that's totally separate from us. I say that only because going to Australia feels like going to an American city you've never been to before.
Colonization.
It's true. They're like the same people. They're
Globalization.
people who left Europe on different circumstances.
Urination.
Urination.
Yeah.
There was something else. I can't look now though because
Parts of
Facebook
it.
won't show me on this day yesterday.
I can't believe that was a full year ago. That feels like a lifetime ago. The idea of getting on a plane and internationally traveling.
Yeah. It felt like 2 years ago, for sure.
But also simultaneously, like no time has passed at all because this year is a mirage.
September. Can you believe it's September?
Maybe
Yes.
it's
What
already
other
money.
moderately important thing happened to you on
Already
September?
money now.
This is still the same one, Ned.
Pretty funny. Pretty funny. So you think about that every year?
No, but
Every
when
year
it
you're
shows
like,
up,
wow.
I get surprised about it. I get surprised about it. I get excited about it because I
Sucked
saw
in.
it.
Unplug yourself from the Matrix, Keith.
I think we should get on to some hot topics from Zach.
Hot topics.
Tell us about what you want to chat about that's happening in the world, Zachy.
Well, this week in the world, did you guys see that Chris Evans leaked his dick?
What? No.
Wait, he leaked it?
Yeah.
Accidentally.
Oh.
So
yeah.
our good boy Chris Evans, Captain America.
Can we bring this up? Can we see this?
I couldn't find it, but it does take a new meaning to take a leak, right? That's almost a pun that works.
Yeah.
So,
Take
now
a
let me
leak.
find his dick.
Oh, 'cause he
As
leaked
I
his
understand
nude?
it, he posted a story that was like a screen cap of a video of his phone, and when he clicked out to go to his camera roll, there was a meme that I don't know if I could say it. We'll bleep it. It was a photo of him with the caption "Guard that."
Oh, wow.
He had that on
Oh, my.
his phone?
That's in Chris Evans' camera roll. But then there was also, I believe, a black and white photo of his dick. And
Artistic.
yeah, but it was interesting to see because I get into conversations of like consent with men's bodies over women's bodies. People were very respectful of, a lot of his fans saying like, hey, respect Chris, please delete the photo. I didn't follow it that closely, but it was an interesting thing to follow.
I can't find it.
Keith?
No, it's been scrubbed from the internet.
That's
I
really
don't
good.
want to be respectful about that at all.
It's America's dick, right?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
America's dick.
Did he
Yeah.
confirm? Did he confirm that it
Oh,
was
it's his dick.
Oh, how
It's-
do you know?
Oh, Miles, it's definitely his dick.
He had an A for the Avengers.
Yeah, it's holding a little shield.
But then he turned it into Then he turned it into a voter registration drive where he's like, hey, now that I have your attention, please go register to
Rise
vote.
up and vote.
Oh, that's fine.
You know, I didn't look at it.
You have not.
No, I feel like it's I don't look at women's leaked photos and I don't look at his leaked photos. And also I'm attracted to him, so I feel like it's weird for me to look at his dick.
I'm not attracted to him, so
yeah,
can I
that's
look
why
at his
I
dick?
felt like it was okay.
Yeah, it just
I
felt
think
weird.
it wouldn't be okay.
But it
if
is
was-
interesting you bring up the double standard because I mean, people didn't do that for Jennifer Lawrence when she was hacked or
they went
ScarJo.
wild.
Yeah, it really shows you again with sexism just fucking gets all up in every single crevice and corner of our society.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you, as someone who's not attracted to Jennifer Lawrence, were you like, oh, I want to see that just for educational purposes?
No, it's her stuff. But
Right,
it is,
okay.
you know what I think it is
Also,
that people
a true
always
double
say,
standard.
they do say, it's a weird thing where when people want to blame the person for having nudes on their phone.
Yeah,
and
that's
especially
fucked up.
women, they're just like, well, you shouldn't have taken it and it shouldn't be on your
Such a
phone.
weird
But they
argument.
don't say that to dudes. It's so weird. Like it's
Well, I think it.
no, but I think that's the whole thing is that they're just like, if you took it on your phone, it's open game for anyone to look at.
That's not true.
Oh.
It's
Right.
your
That's the
phone.
whole idea is that when they got hacked,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
big celebrity hack with all the women's nudes, all
They blamed the victim.
all
Yeah.
the trolls were
Classic.
like, well, if you have it on your phone, that means we should be able to see it. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
If it exists, it's mine.
No.
That's
Listen, I've
philosophy.
had many nudes on my phone. I've had a lot of weird videos and photos of
Yeah,
myself.
sometimes you have this like weird pimple, and you're like,
just
how do I
gotta-
see it? I gotta
No,
take a
you just-
photo. It's in a weird
It's a
angle.
normal thing, and no one should
you
be
can
able
take
to see
naked
it.
pictures of yourself for yourself or
Yeah.
for your partner.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it for strangers. Typically, people don't like surprise nudes.
Does everyone else have a nude photo, at least one nude photo on your phone?
I don't have it
I
on my
don't
phone
think I
anymore,
do.
but I took a hilarious nude once. It was hilarious.
Please do tell.
It was
why?
so funny. I just took it. It was so funny. It was I dressed my penis up with little Mardi Gras beads and a little hat. Why not? It's hilarious. I don't know if we can keep this in. I'm not sure how Becky will feel about me sharing that.
I think that's
but
been on this podcast before.
maybe. I think
talked
so.
about it
I think
before.
I've talked about it
Yeah.
before because it's hilarious.
It's pretty hilarious.
That's funny.
if you're gonna send a nude, add a little spice, add a little humor.
Yeah. Yeah, add some role play
Yeah, it was funny.
to your nude.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
How many people have to register to vote for you to leak the Mardi Gras?
I guess it's on my camera somewhere. I don't know. I
You
guess
think we can get 10,000 people to register to vote?
I don't think people want to see that.
What about, why don't you make a pledge right now? If Joe Biden wins president, you will leak your nude.
Okay, we'll talk about it. We'll put that under maybe. We'll file that under okay, maybe.
It's only because he's not sure if he can find it. Otherwise, it'd be slam dunk, yes.
Yeah,
Hot topics. You guys see that Netflix doc, The Social Dilemma?
I sure did.
Sure did. I was
Sure
thinking
did.
about it while you were like, look at my Facebook. It reminded me of something that happened 10 years
It's true.
ago.
I know. I was thinking about it like literally last night. I was like, well, yes, the internet's bad, but also it allowed Lizzo to know me intimately.
But also, it reminded me that September 15th is a monumental
It's a big
day.
Okay, I remember the other thing. I shot the video for Hey Bitch, Let Me Buy You Pizza on September 15th.
Okay, I'm back
so
on
there
board.
are some big, cool things in my life that have happened on September 15th. I'm not saying that'll always be the case, but I'm saying it has been the case before.
The day you shot the video.
Yeah,
Not the day the video came
It's
out.
a big fucking day. I was like making a music video. I went through, I think, 25 Little Caesars pizzas that day.
Wow.
I bought them because I had some on the beach that I threw like a frisbee. I had to make some rain down on my naked body. I had so many pizzas we went through. And by the end of the day, those pieces were stale and they hurt. I got cut by slices of pizza falling through the air because it was so stale.
Ow.
It hurt. And then I poured marinara sauce on my chest and all those little cuts were stinging because I didn't think about how I had cuts on my chest from the pizza slices. And then the marinara, which obviously has citric acid, got all up in my cuts. And
Hot topics.
and then
God,
later
it's
on,
so
I broke out a
intense.
little bit. I got some pimples from that.
I believe it. Anyways, if you haven't seen The Social Dilemma, it's great documentary. We recommend it. It's how would you describe it? It's like all about how social media hacks your brain and is
Addiction.
fucking up the world.
Yeah.
There's also like a lot of tech bros who are kind of being open about the downsides of things that they constructed. Like they're
right.
talking about the destructive things of things that they created.
Very transparent.
So it
about
is very
too.
transparent. So I do appreciate like it's these people kind of being conscientious about the effects of all of these choices they made with the rise of social media. So there's a lot of really like, I think it's things that you've heard about, but they just really clearly state it quickly through this doc. You can skip over the scripted scenes,
Hate
but scripted
I
scenes
only
were
liked the floating voodoo doll, digital voodoo doll.
Yeah.
That I liked, and I thought that was actually a good way to illustrate what was happening. But all the other scenes, my God, they like it's like they sought like who's the third best actor who auditioned? who's the fifth best
Even
person?
that's the scenes of them like with the floating body is still a little bit like a knockoff kind of crappier version of Inside Out.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's absolutely that. But I just
Like
the
Inside
floating
Out
visual.
meets like a Verizon commercial.
But even the term, so there's a guy who's a tech ethicist, which is not even something I had ever thought about. It's like, oh, the ethics of tech. There was one analogy that really blew my mind in this, where he's like, think about tools. A bicycle is a tool. It's there for you when you want to use it. The internet used to be a tool. The internet is no longer a tool because it wants something back. It wants our attention. And we are the product of the internet because our attention, our time is being sold to advertisers. By the way, don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough for us, right? Because it is the social media and it's kind of our career,
Yeah.
right? It's like we make money off of advertisers, and sometimes they're direct advertisers, sometimes they're indirect advertisers, like just ads on YouTube. But like people going down, there's one part where it talks about like people going down rabbit holes on YouTube, and in that context, it was about how you can watch one thing that's a little extreme, and then all of a sudden you start believing in like flat Earth and anti-vaxxing theories, like really bad stuff.
Yeah.
But we also rely on those like rabbit hole type of recommendation algorithms for people to watch more Try Guys videos, which, by the way, please subscribe to those 5 stars.
Have you ever watched like one just, video that's not like anything you've normally watched, and then the next day you go to YouTube, it's like, here's 80 more of that type of video.
Yeah.
Would you like to continue this idea? Would you like to only watch this?
So if you're interested in this topic, there's also a great podcast called Rabbit Hole, but it's all about that, how you can get radicalized through the algorithm, and the switch to watch time over views is really what has shaped this entire moment that we're living in. I don't know, it's crazy. We won't tell you about the documentary, you should go watch it. I'm a huge social media addict. It's something that I'm trying to uncouple myself from, and so what I've been doing is reducing the screen time that my phone allows, which then I still unlock it and I keep using it. But at least like I know that I'm being bad that day.
They should be a little punished.
Yeah,
Bad boy.
But I had to turn off. I turned off
bad.
all my notifications.
Yeah.
It's really hard. I'm addicted to like the refresh, that little slot machine of like, maybe I'm gonna get something cool. And I also am addicted to just seeing what people are saying. If people are talking about me, I want to know what it is, and that's not healthy. You guys like that too?
No,
it's
I'm the
really
same
hard
way.
for me.
People don't think we read comments, but we actually read a surprising
Too many.
number of comments.
But we're also like, we started our journeys on the internet as a job. And so after that, we then also became very popular. So we have this huge supportive group of people who follow us and like us. But imagine that pressure when you're like an 11-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And you enter this thing where you're like, I'm going to start an Instagram account. I hope people follow. Like, we already had problems as kids without the internet.
I had
feeling
plenty of
judged by
problems.
others and getting bullied.
Absolutely.
I cannot imagine. And so one of the starkest statistics they shared was once mobile became like so omnipresent in like 2010 or 11, then teenage female suicides just skyrocketed.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's crazy. It makes
really
total sense, but
tough
it's
to see,
like
yeah.
we even feel bad when we see one negative comment about us and to see a very positive
And this is like
comments.
us treating it as our work. Like we already have some degree of dissociation between what we post and what our
Some
sense of
degree.
self
It might only be
Maybe I should have more of a degree.
yeah, that's true. We don't, but like I think because it started as a job for us, there has been like a little sense of like, okay, we'll post this to say this about myself rather than something else. But yeah, I mean,
but sometimes
I post like fit pictures of my child and stuff, and like that's pretty tough.
But no one's ever like, wow, Wes sure is ugly today. I assume that's not
But yeah,
the
I think
case.
if that started happening, I would, probably
that'd be hurtful.
not.
That would be so hurtful.
Yeah.
But don't you feel like, they also mentioned the internet has evolved so much over the past 10 to 15 years. Like, it wasn't always like this, and it wasn't necessarily a ripe ground for advertisers to descend upon and for people to like be selling things, So us kind of adapting to that, I feel both gross about it, but also that everyone who is in the business that we're in are beholden to the system. Like, that's just what it is. It's a business, but it is really weird to think about. In the end, like, you are trying to sell your personality, and I think that's always been the crux of what is the friction for people who are putting themselves online. And that's why I always come back to, like, you just got to try to be a good person in the end, because that's the only thing you can put out of the world. Even if you're selling a hot sauce, at least you're getting it from someone who's a good person.
I'm a
right?
great guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Come on over.
That wasn't me pushing.
I'm a great guy. You should get my hot sauce. And, on next year on September 15th, shoot me a message. Shoot me something nice.
What country are you from?
You from? I would like to know. I also was struck by the fact that, in a way, even though Netflix is a giant tech company, it doesn't quite rely on the same model, right? Because people literally pay them a monthly fee to access theirs, so that gives them a whole degree of it. No, it does, because they aren't beholden to advertisers. They still have algorithms that kind of get you to stay on the service, but it's not to like sell your data. It's to keep you paying them every month.
But they are still a watch time suckhole. So I did find it very funny that the documentary was like, you got to uncouple yourself from this addictive thing. And then as soon as the movie ends, it's like new movie starting in 10, 9, 8, 7.
Here's something else we think you'll like.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, you're right. Okay, I'll be up till 4 a.m.
But I think that there's a slight difference between like a subscriber model, and same with us, to a much smaller degree, but our Patreon community, those are people that allow us to make content that doesn't necessarily have to subscribe to YouTube's algorithm and like kind of watch time optimization to get views. It's kind of like lets us take more risks. So check it out, patreon.com/checkout.
And like,
God. No. Why are we're like reinforcing all the negatives?
The internet's not all bad.
Imagine if all of our company's income came from Patreon. We could make whatever we wanted, and we wouldn't have to feel like if views were up or down or likes were up or down, we would like feel bad about ourselves.
I think it's not that, like, because the internet is not inherently bad and the content on it is not bad. Having this powerful tool is great. Having this entertainment is great. It's just the way that we've all been sucked into this whirlpool of hopeless addiction where the technology is figuring out how to take more and more of our time in a way that we are no longer in control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that it serves us different types of information based on who we are. I think that's one of the real damaging things from a political standpoint.
That's crazy.
Like increases polarization, increases misinformation, because you will stay on the platform longer if you're being fed what you already believe or slightly more exaggerated versions of what you already believe.
The funny thing about that documentary for me was about how the one guy was so obsessed with Gmail, and I'm like, of all the apps to be like spending all your time in, like how are you spending your time in an email server?
I'm a Gmail guy.
See,
Zach does that.
Ed made fun of me the other day where I was on my phone and I refreshed and nothing happened, and so I refreshed again because sometimes it like doesn't do it.
Right,
and
you're
Ned,
right.
and Ned leans over and he's like, "Oh yeah, the second time it'll work."
Like every second time you'll get a new email.
But like that was a moment that like shocked me. I'm like, "Oh fuck, he's right." I'm the first to respond to every single email.
True.
I'm on there all day.
If you think about it, every app is being redesigned to capture your attention at any moment's notice. Like Gmail recently did the thing of this was sent 5 days ago without a response.
Like
it goes,
follow up?
Yeah, follow up.
Should
to
you
this.
send an email?
Yeah, so
You
there's
wanna
like
email your bro.
double the amount of sort of engagement that you can do with something as simple as email. So it's kind of
Here's an email you sent last September 15th.
yeah.
It was a big day for emails.
But one major takeaway that was very striking to me was all of the people, these are ex-CEOs in big tech companies like Facebook and Twitter, all of them with kids said, I don't let my kids have any social media until at the very earliest high school. And I was like, whoa.
That makes sense to me, but it's going to be tough. Those kids are going to be complaining.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's going to be so normalized. I imagine they're like 4-year-olds will be like doing FaceTime meetings with each other soon. I mean, especially now with online education, because of the coronavirus, there are, first graders who are incredibly familiar with how to use Zoom and chat with their friends face to face. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And they literally have to do it. So not only are we giving them the option, no, we're forcing them to use technology.
Wes is 2.5, right? But my parents have been stuck in Florida since March. They haven't been able to see him, haven't been able to visit.
Yeah.
So we do like FaceTime with
Of course.
Nana.
This is sort of a related thing, but I read this article recently and by read this article, I mean like saw the headline and then kind of like scroll by, like
for what
modern
you wanted.
2020 reading. But it was about how on Zoom, like you're not able to, because of the compression, you're not able to read facial cues and body language like you would in person. So like kids growing up, like at formative years, learning, it's a lot harder because like they'll see their friend or whatever, and they won't be able to see if like they say something that their friend doesn't like or their friend does like. And it makes people very anxious because like you can't read a facial cue. Yeah.
I had also heard that, or I had read that the fact that you're seeing yourself on Zoom a lot of the time adds to that fatigue and exhaustion because you end up just looking at yourself. I don't know psychologically why that is, but I've started turning myself off. Huge difference.
It does help.
But then also seeing everyone all at once is hard, and knowing that you're being seen at all times, it's like this panopticon where you have to be.
Which, even though here we are sitting in a room together, we're being seen at all times.
But no,
you
like
don't think about it.
I have peripheral vision. Like I don't really see Miles right now. I'm aware of him. I don't really see Eugene.
Right.
So
Guess
there's
that's
like
true.
it's a
Yeah.
different way. Like if I could see all of you at once, it's just a different experience.
I'm doing it.
I guess the recommendations were to turn off notifications.
Yeah.
Seek contrasting news sources.
Yeah.
You can grayscale your
outside
phone
your
as
bubble.
well because that wasn't in the doc, but like the red notification on your Gmail or on your Twitter, that if you see that on your homepage, it triggers your brain.
Endorphins, baby.
I think I was able to just turn off those red notifications, but that's something if you find yourself compelled by that.
I found the ability to ignore those finally, and the greatest proof is the 15,000 emails in my Gmail inbox.
Well, actually, you know what? One last thing about the internet.
Hot
This
topics.
was drunk off of Ned's.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Start your day
What this
with
energy is.
What's the breast thing you learned?
Well, we had our recent 6-year Try Guys anniversary.
Yeah.
That was
6
6 years from our first video.
I'm pretty sure we've been together as long as the Beatles. That's fucked up. Wow. They did way more than us.
Okay, John Lennon.
I just think we need to do way more drugs to write better video ideas. That's
I've
what
been,
they did.
I've been trying to push it.
we posted a really cute photo from a YouTube shoot we did, and then I think the same day there was an Eat the Menu barbecue, and then there's all these top comments, and people were commenting all over social media, being like, "Wow, Eugene in this photo is wearing Zach's shirt from Eat the Menu."
I did see
And then
that.
people were responding with, "Yeah, Eugene is always borrowing Zach's clothes
It's
because
so
if you remember,
It's so
from
cute.
social media roasts, the first video, that Zach roasted Eugene for having 2 photos where I was wearing stupid items of clothing that he had just to pose for a picture." Which in those cases, it was literally me being like, "That's stupid. I'm gonna take a quick photo." I didn't wear it through the day.
Right.
But people are just like, now that's canon. Eugene borrows Zach's clothes. Listen. I don't borrow Zach's clothes. That shirt
Eugene,
actually.
there's nothing to be ashamed of.
That
Look,
shirt,
Eugene
that
loves
shirt-
borrowing my clothes. Look,
that
this
shirt-
jacket actually was a hand-me-down from
Oh
me.
my god! The stylist of that YouTube shoot gave me that shirt, so I wore it. And then afterwards, she said, "Oh, you guys can keep the clothes." And Zach went up to me and said, "Can I have that shirt?"
No.
Yeah, you literally
No, you
said,
I
"Can
don't
have
want
that
it.
shirt?"
You said
didn't
I
say
don't want it.
it.
You said it's not my style.
I said it to you after you asked for it.
No, I wouldn't
Zach
ask
said,
you for
Zach
a
said,
shirt
"Oh,
that was
I want that
given to
shirt," and I
you.
said, "Okay,
False.
sure, yeah, it doesn't have to
False.
be."
I was ready to be on your side and
That
say,
is
"World."
completely false. You like your shirt.
Order in the court.
We've decided both of you are liars.
We have a verdict. We believe what happened was Zach asked, "Can we keep these shirts?" And then separately complimented Eugene, saying, "I really like that shirt." And Eugene interpreted that as Zach asking for his shirt, which in a way he did. The court rules in favor of Miles. Woo! Zach, you are hereby remanded to deliver your shirt to Miles, and Miles will make a fashion makeover video about it.
I'm
And
happy to do
I
it.
wore my boss's clothes for a week.
I think I have to give
8
him
million
all the
hits.
clothes I got from that shoot.
Yes,
So I have
yes.
another shirt. You guys actually have 2 shirts. That's all got to go to Miles.
Eugene, what do bees and the internet have in common?
Honey.
Yeah, and nothing is a better sweet deal than installing the Honey plugin on your favorite browser. But I'm being serious. Actually, Honey is super dope. It's a free plugin, and you put it into your browser, and basically anytime you're checking out or buying something online, you just hit this little button. It searches the whole internet to find if there's a coupon available, so you don't have to do that crazy last-minute search online for yourself where you go say, like, can I get a 10% off on this this sofa that I'm trying to buy? No, this does it for you. It's easy. It's painless. It saves you money. It's free. There is literally no reason not to get Honey.
You get Honey on your computer for free in 2 easy clicks by going to joinhoney.com/tryguys. Then when you're checking out on one of its over 30,000 supported sites, Honey pops up, and all you have to do is what, Keith?
Click apply coupons. And if Honey finds working codes, it's just going to apply the best one straight to your cart. I mean, I use it pretty frequently when I'm ordering food because that's what I order the most, especially now. So yeah, it just searches and normally gets me 10% off, or it gets me a free delivery code, or it gets me something. It gets me something in this crazy world where I'm getting nothing.
That's why it's called Honey.
It's a little bit of sweetness.
It's a little bit of sweetness and all that sour.
But technically it's bee vomit.
Do you just imagine little bees going, what?
Anyway, it's simple. If you have a computer, Honey should be on it. It's free and works with whatever browser you use. And you can get Honey for free today at joinhoney.com/tryguys.
That's joinhoney.com/tryguys.
What I've learned from this is there's a good video idea just in Eugene wears everything from like a store, like an Eat the Menu, but a reviewing a new like fall or winter line, but it's like reviewing every single item. Because in that same way, sometimes when you see like clothing come out, you're like, I don't know how that's going to actually look on a person.
I'm telling you, man, Eugene ranks every type of pants.
Here we go.
Pretty good idea.
Ned has been pushing this idea.
Basically the same thing,
It's
right?
true.
Eugene wearing a whole bunch of clothes.
I need to sign off in the comments because Ned is insisting that this is a very viral video. I'm like on board now because I just need to know if it is, but I don't think it's as good as you think it is.
If you guys want to see Eugene rank pants, don't you want to see Eugene's cute little butt in a lot of different types of clothes, and we can see what pants are the best types of pants.
We have a game, ladies and gentlemen, a brand new game from the wild brain of Eugene. Well, tell us about it.
Well, I'm just going to say a word, and then y'all will just give your opinion about it. And we'll see if there's differing opinions about the thing.
Is the word an adjective?
No, I'm going to fixate on nouns.
Noun.
On this random noun generator from this website for Pictionary.
It's random.
It's
and we're going to say
noun
whether
generator.
we like this word or not.
Just start talking about what it is and what your opinion is on it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. First word.
And at the end, you'll tell us who's right and who's wrong.
Yes.
This should be how we just do our podcast forever.
All right.
This is how you
like
start
an
an improv show.
Improv show. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Can I get a word?
First word is bathtub.
Love 'em.
Oh,
Big fan.
big fan.
Really?
Honestly.
Now,
Bathtubs are totally useless.
Okay, you didn't let us talk about it.
I guess any bathtubs, but I've always dreamed someday of having like a giant bathtub secluded in the center of a room. That's because I don't fit into most bathtubs. A standard issue
Big boy
bathtub,
bathtub.
Miles and
Preach, sister.
Miles and I know standard
off,
issue
Keith.
bathtubs are too small. Just like shoes in the stores only go up to size 13. What about those of us who need 13 wide?
Damn right.
The world isn't built for us monsters.
Go off.
And the bathtub is specifically, but I've always wanted one of those big fucking bathtubs with the feet, with the fucking
yes.
feet,
Oh.
in front of a
Clawfoot.
in front of a bay window
Yep.
that looks out on the ocean.
Right, Malibu.
Ned, you got a clawfoot tub, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It doesn't have like claw feet per se, but it is a detached tub because we renovated our house. We designed our dream bathroom.
Big boy tub.
We ordered this big boy tub. It's very sleek, very modern.
Yeah, it's cute.
And guess what? When it arrived, it was bigger than the size of the walls. We misread the architect's drawings, and we bought a bathtub that was 2 inches bigger than the actual width of the room itself.
Oh, what'd you do?
Well, we had to send it back and get a
Oh, I
smaller
thought you
one.
knocked the wall down.
No, I thought about it.
Put it in at an angle.
The drywall wasn't up yet, and I did ask the contractor, like, so just like, if we wanted to make our bathroom 6 inches bigger, is that like
The world's most expensive bathroom.
is that
6
a
inches is a big
2-day
difference.
a 2-day project or like a 2-week project? And he's like, it's already you can't do that. It's already been approved. We'd have to redraw
Eugene,
it.
so you don't like tubs. Is it because you have a hard time taking a bathtub?
I just feel like taking a bathtub. I love taking a bathtub.
take a bathtub.
I just feel like 99.9% of the time I'll take a shower. And
Of course.
the only good bathtubs are the very expensive rich people bathtubs that have
feel
clawed
personally
feet in like the middle of a
The faucet
room.
that's like wide
Yeah.
and it spits out like a waterfall.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I just think everyone can like at least try to get even their shitty apartment shower, but the nicest bathtubs are exclusive to a certain echelon of
Yeah,
people.
it's true.
Here's the deal. If you're over
I
the
guess
age
I'm
of 10,
6 inches away from that.
Yeah, you are, man.
here's the deal. If you're over the age of 10 and you're taking a bath not to luxuriate, but to clean, you're a psychopath. You're sitting in your own filth soup. You're making a little stew of yourself. That's not. But if you're taking a bath to put some little Epsom salts,
Yeah.
maybe do a little
Luxuriate,
bath
yeah.
There
bomb,
you go.
and you're just trying to fucking chill out, that's a party.
It's still
5 baths a week for me.
Are you
You're out of
kidding?
your mind.
Oh, that's
Shut
right.
up,
You do
Mike.
your like
Case in
weird.
fucking point, people.
Single-handedly
So weird.
No, you
destroying
don't.
the water supply of Southern California.
Wait, Miles, do you actually do this?
I take a bath more than I take a shower.
Wow.
What?
You're huge.
Damn fucking straight,
Do you find that if you've been in the bathtub too long, it's impossible to get out of it? Like your body's weak somehow?
Yeah, that is a problem. I do try to get everything I need to get done before I take the bath for the night.
Miles.
But I'll take 45 minutes to an hour in the tub watching Walking Dead on my iPad.
Oh, right.
that's right.
It used to be Grey's Anatomy, right?
It used to be Grey's Anatomy.
You have talked about this
I
before.
clocked that
But
out.
Miles, are you bathtubing and like as your shower, you like clean your dirty body and then just stay in there?
Well, if you got a fair amount of soap in there, you know.
I'm going to be totally honest. I don't always clean myself.
Jesus.
I sometimes
more of a
We let
nightly-
this guy give advice every
I
week.
try to let it kind of rinse me off.
We're taking his segment away. I've
Is
had
there
enough.
soap in the water?
Absolutely not. What
are you talking about?
So
Absolutely
you
not.
just sit in the water and watch Grey's Anatomy
like
for
you're in a
hours?
weird like
Look,
romantic
So
comedy.
you're just getting wet?
I want to
Wait,
scream.
no
Yeah.
bubbles?
I don't have a pool. So I
You
might as
did.
well- No, I did.
You did have a pool. Wait, you didn't take care of it. You had to rip it apart.
That's true. But here's what the thing is. I'll sit in the Epsom salt water. It's more like because I don't have a sauna, I'm thinking I want to get one of those infrared saunas. Ned knows what I'm talking about.
I don't.
He doesn't have one.
No.
We should get
I
one.
don't know what you're talking
That's what I'm
about.
talking about.
But I want to get one of those saunas. So really, it's just I want a place to like massage my body and kind of cook me for a little.
How hot is the water?
Plus scalding hot. So hot.
Oh, so that's
Skin
true. You don't
lightly
need
red.
soap. You just burn the dead skin cells off.
Exactly. Yeah.
work.
Pretty much. But yeah, it's a good place also to kind of have a private moment with Walking Dead.
Well, I'd like to apologize because I started this by saying if you're over the age of 10 and you use a bath in that way, you're a psychopath. I was correct.
Yeah.
I take nothing back. Miles,
I can't
you're
believe
damaged.
you
Yeah.
put your giant body, you fold it up. Because there's no way you can sit reclined with your legs straight and not have your ankle scraping against the drain or something. Right?
Oh, yeah. I have to choose, do I want my legs to be underwater or do I want my chest, neck, and or face to be underwater and my legs directly up
They
on
have
the
to
wall?
like your knees are just sticking straight out like shark fins.
Exactly.
Well, look,
I
this
hate
game
those.
is really good.
Give me another down, baby.
You guys ready for Eugene's next word?
Yeah.
Let's generate it.
Jeez,
What's
word.
happening?
That one was fruitful.
Random topics for 200, please.
All right. The next word is crust.
Ooh.
Well, there's a lot of types of those.
different
Let's talk about
interpretations.
the crust,
Well, what crust
on a
comes to-
sandwich
Yeah.
or a pizza.
Pizza comes
Okay.
to mind.
Pie comes to mind.
I think
Really?
Well, eye boogers were a close third for me.
Oh.
I did think about crusty.
Your eyes
and then
are a
I
little
thought about
crusty?
the Earth's crust.
Let's talk
wow.
let's talk about food crust first.
Food crust.
Most
crust.
crust is excellent.
Excellent.
Really good.
Because you chew, it's got all the extra flavor that's been caramelized of whatever you're making. Because whether it's a bread crust, you're getting all the caramelized sugars on the outside. Whether it's a pie
yeah.
crust, you're getting all that salty
Go off, Keith.
thing. And the pizza crust, my God,
The best.
especially because you get that last little bit of pizza sauce. Do you guys eat your pizza where you leave a little bit of the topping so your crust
of
has a little
course.
pizza experience as well?
I try to, but sometimes I can't.
I'm with you, Ned.
Sometimes I'll take a bite of the front of the pizza and then go to the back and
No.
then go to the front and
You're
just kind of
bad.
switch back and
Wait,
I know I am.
wait, sorry. That you're really bad. Wait, you just bite the back of the crust like a psychopath?
Sometimes I'm feeling it and
The
I'm like, you
side
know
I
what?
could
I've seen
understand,
him
but
do
you,
it.
you just straight up like it's a triangle and you're biting this
The
part
middle?
of
No,
it.
no, the corner. I take a nibble of the
all right,
corner.
all right.
But I go from
That's more sociopath.
from 2 points and I meet to the third.
You create two slices
So
by
you make
eating
a
directly
diamond
through the-
pizza?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do the
Okay.
Jay-Z. I throw my diamond pizza up.
What do you think?
Oh, unless it's a certain type of sandwich. Like there's some Japanese sandwiches where they don't use the crust on the white bread. I get that.
White
but
bread crust is the shittiest.
Yeah,
of all.
but I don't trust. I've never trusted kids who like have to take their crust off. I think that's sad.
A lot
and
of
I
kids.
also
A lot of kids were there. They reformed.
I think it's sad. And then I also think
Yeah.
there's
Put some
something
bitterness in your
there's
mouth.
something slightly sad because it's very common for people who are watching their weight and when they eat pizza, they just leave all the crust.
Oh.
It's so common. And sometimes I just want to be like,
Why eat pizza?
you're eating the pizza, just go for it. You know how I feel about therapy.
I know you do think about it.
But I do feel good about Talkspace. Because, I don't have to be there in person with the person.
I mean, especially now. I mean, this is the best time ever for there to be a virtual therapy experience, right? Because it's unsafe necessarily to go into someone's office, especially if lots of other strangers are going in that office.
So, Talkspace believes we all deserve to feel our best. Their mission? Make therapy affordable and accessible for all. And with thousands of therapists licensed in over 40 specialties, you're sure to find the support you need.
Let me talk about some great things here. It's affordable. Talkspace is a fraction of the cost of in-person therapy. And now Talkspace covers 40 million people for online therapy through their insurance or employer.
And the Talkspace network is composed of thousands of licensed therapists experienced in treating depression, anxiety, substance abuse, trauma, relationship issues, food and eating, and more.
Yeah, we actually got the chance to use Talkspace a little bit. And what I like the most is that they actually match you up with a therapist that's going to be best for you. And I think that's always the struggle people have with finding a good therapist is finding someone who really resonates with you. And this helps to make that process easier. It just does it for you. It's great.
Personalized from the get-go.
Yeah.
We all need someone to talk to. Talkspace wants to give us the support we deserve at a price we can afford.
Match with your perfect therapist at Talkspace.com or by downloading the Talkspace app. And don't forget to use promo code TRYGUYS at checkout for $100 off your first month. That's $100 off your first month at Talkspace.com. Promo code TRYGUYS.
I think it's just because the other part's like that much better. It's not about watching weight. Sometimes it's like, if I'm really hungry, I just want to keep going, man. I just want to get another first bite of the pizza.
The first
and then
tip.
You've had 3 or 4 slices and you're like, shit, now there's a lot of crust. And you're into it. You're working through that. But, it's because I'm impatient. Sometimes that's why I have crust left over.
But some people
not because they're delicious.
They do the same thing with pie, too. They'll eat this part, but they'll leave all the carbs to the side.
That's a bit much. That's a bit much.
That's fucked up. It's a pie, first of all, tiny slices, right? There's not that much crust. And the crust is almost always the best part of the pie.
I don't know that I agree there.
It's so good.
You think it's
so
the best
easy.
part of a pie?
100%.
You think that if I took a pecan pie and I scooped out the pecan pie and I just had the crust, I'd be happy?
I'm talking about the back crust. I'm talking about the pie's shoulders. That's what I refer to. Its shoulders, like it's got...
The bottom's usually a little soggy. I mean,
the bottom crust is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the outer rim, the shoulder
but not
of the pie.
on its own. You just like the heft of the bite.
I mean, if you're eating the center, it's like custard. Nobody wants a custard. Can you imagine?
Some people want a custard.
I like custard and all, but every time I'm eating a custard, I wish I were eating a pie. When you're scraping the bottom of like a glass custard thing, are you really satisfied? You're just scraping at glass, just trying to get the.
Don't you wish you could just eat the glass?
I think we have to leave it to our resident bathtub degenerate, Miles.
Miles, how
what's your
often do you
opinion
sit
on the
in
crust?
a crust?
Crust is like one of the goodest parts. I feel like what you.
All right, thank you, Miles.
He is, in fact, still 10 years
What's
old.
the next word?
One of the goodest parts. I agree, Miles.
You guys don't think the pie crust should be called its shoulders?
That's new. I've
It's
never heard
gross.
that.
Why is it gross? It
I don't
reminds me
know.
of shoulders.
It's evocative in
I like
ways that
that.
I don't enjoy.
I like that.
The next word is veins.
Ooh.
Veins.
Hot.
Which ones?
I generally, that makes me think of IVs, which just is like negative vibes for me.
I'm going Bob Marley. I don't want to wait in vain for my love. So I'm going to say it's a great thing, great word, great song. Love Bob Marley.
Okay. I can do something with my hand veins that's kind of gross.
Whoa.
I can. It would be better if I was dehydrated, but I can. You know how you have these like tendons that go across your hand?
Yeah.
To start. Well, I can. My veins are pronounced, and if I move my tendons around, I can like make my veins dance. I can make them hop over my little tendons.
Ew.
It's kind of gross looking, but
That
it's
is
also
gross.
kind of cool.
Yeah. Does it hurt?
No.
Let me see.
So watch right.
Eugene, while Keith is kind of doing that circus trick, it's hot. It's a hot thing for
He's
a
making
boy
that
to
vein
have
dance.
good veins, right?
Yeah, I think between
Is it?
gay men and straight women,
Yeah.
and bi people and the nurse community. There's something called like good veins, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like when someone's got popping veins on muscle. Oh
Yeah.
It usually means that they have worked out their
That's
arms.
the key, though. Muscles.
Yeah, it might be less hot on very skinny arms with huge veins.
Yeah,
I hate
muscles.
the veins on like bodybuilders that look like they like inserted a telephone cable into their arm. It's like super fucking squiggly, and I'm like, ew, it's so squiggled. How did that happen? It's so squiggly.
I'll tell you, I have good veins, and not in the hot exercise way.
You know what
just
that means,
where
then?
when I'm an old man, I'm going to be a nightmare. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say it means you're well hydrated.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I'll take that. But Maggie gives IVs at work all the time, and she'll just sometimes be staring at my veins and be like, I just want to fucking poke those things.
Oh my god,
She-
gross.
Yeah, she's like, I could get that so good.
Yeah.
Because I'm very, very pokeable. But I have looked at my hands, and I am aware that as an old man, I'm gonna be a nightmare. Like I'm just gonna have 3D wrinkly
I've
hands.
seen my hands when I'm super dehydrated. I will have some funky looking hands.
I'm gonna have to get hand Botox or something.
The final word
Final word.
is vitamin.
Fuck vitamins.
No, I didn't take my vitamins today. Thank you for reminding me. They're in my back pocket.
That's the power of
Yes.
suggestion.
Amazing.
Check out Keith's Habersberger sauce on the internet if you need it.
Available at Zydeco.com.
It's got vitamins. Everything has vitamins. It's got vitamins.
Well, vitamins help you get all of the nutrients. And you know what else helps your nutrients for your brain?
Yeah.
Advice.
Woo!
And who better to give you that shot of vitamin energy than our very own
Bathtub boy.
bathtub boy,
Vitamin A.
Miles Bonsignore.
Oh boy.
It's advice that'll go for
Go off.
miles. Tune it to your radio station.
Go off.
It's advice that'll go for miles.
Go off.
Everyone get ready. Miles Nation.
Go off, Miles.
Miles Nation. Go. It's advice that'll go for miles. Advice that'll go for miles.
What the hell's up, Miles Naption?
Woo.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted?
Oh boy.
Take a break. Come away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate. There's a place I know where you can take a break. Have a coffee and or a muffin.
What song is this?
Break. Hamilton, bro.
Hamilton.
Oh.
Get cultured.
We really didn't sing it in a way that was recognizable. I was like, I've never heard this, but Zach knows it.
Every song.
Coffee, America's gas.
Yeah, okay.
Put a bean in your face or a tea.
I was about to say, Miles, you're doing a coffee tip in front of me. That's a hate crime, motherfucker.
Sorry, brother. You know I respect the hell out of you. But my advice,
Thanks, Hulk Hogan.
Wait, Miles, first, is coffee better than tea?
I mean, I prefer coffee, but it's to you, whoever your preference. I'm not going to yuck
Before you
anyone's
had
yums.
my tea, Miles.
Oh shit! Yeah, actually, Zydeco tea was the best of all
Okay,
time.
go on with your advice.
Okay, so my advice is to, at every point in the day, you're gonna get sleepy. You're gonna get pissed.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna get wacky. You're gonna get loopy. Ned knows what I'm talking about. but
yes, sure do.
but what you're gonna want to do is take a coffee break. It's easy when we're on Zoom and we're hanging out at work from home style. It's hard. Sometimes you just work the whole day long and you don't ever take a little coffee break. But I've found that it's good to be like, here's my cup of coffee and here's my cup of Joe. And I'm going to sit for 10 minutes and all I'm going to do is listen to freaking jazz music and drink my coffees. So that's my advice, is to take a break. Do you guys take breaks?
No, wait, your advice is to take breaks?
Huh?
Coffee break.
Coffee break.
Yeah.
I'm saying take a break. Get up. Do a jumping jack. Relax yourself.
Don't do a jumping
I
jack.
do like it, absolutely. But one thing I miss about being in office is coffee break is like also your socialization time. You
That's a
know?
good point, yeah.
You can't just be in there grinding away all day. You gotta chit chat. You gotta connect. You gotta say like, hey, how's it going?
I also like when
What
I
do I
take
do by myself?
when I take a break at home Becky thinks work is done for the day. And I was like, no, I have to go back to work. It's like, no, you were just working. I'm like, I know, it's a work day. It takes a whole day. Just because I came to sit with you for 15 minutes does not mean I am done. And we turn on the TV and just hang out now. Sorry, I have work to do. She's like, no, but you've been working. I'm like, I know. That's how life always was.
Yeah, but from work from home, it can be easy to just work through the day and then even after. But it's good to just take a little break, hang out with yourself. Freaking, I mean, Ned, you know what I'm talking about. You were saying that you take breaks to the office and that's your socialization time.
Yeah.
You'd stop by my desk and we would giggle for hours. And we don't get to do that no more. So what we got to do.
Yeah. We don't get to giggle for hours anymore.
Exactly.
You want, Miles, next time that you take a tea break, you just want to FaceTime each other?
That sounds good.
Yeah. FaceTime me from the bathtub.
Oh, yeah, I'll FaceTime you fully nude. It may breach some protocols, but I think that this is the first time for everything.
Captain America did it.
We haven't rolled out our company handbook yet, so, you know.
It's not, Miles, it's not breaking the rules if your boss demands it.
Oh, yeah,
God.
interesting.
Yikes.
Okay, cool.
I will say, like, having a coffee break by yourself feels like less of a thing, but yeah, people should remember, even if you're working from home by yourself, just like, Take 5 minutes to just let your mind rest, like look out the window, think about something else, maybe sit in a different location.
Yeah,
I think
crack open a cold one.
Because I'll usually just
recycling
get
down.
a coffee and then keep on working because I have no one to talk to.
Yeah.
I also find that giving yourself, 5-10 minutes away from whatever you're working on can allow you to return to it with fresh eyes and you can tackle it anew.
You know,
Constructive procrastination.
Yeah.
Here's another tip that I got.
Uh-oh.
Is before you go to bed, do something for your tomorrow self. So I knew I needed to get to work on something right at the beginning of the day the other day. So at night, I set up my computer. I put the hard drive I needed. I plugged it in. I had it set up. I just set up a workstation for myself. So when I woke up, I could just immediately sit down and do it. Or sometimes I'll make my coffee to brew for me in the morning. So that when I wake up, coffee's already made. Just do a little something for yourself.
That's nice.
For the next day.
That's really good.
I like putting away my clothes at night. It's like that little thing that helps your brain feel like it's organized and settled.
I leave my pants next to the bed as if in a crumpled, sad heap to be put on the next day for another march into eternity.
Does anyone still lay your clothes out like it's like some school shit where you do like pants, shirt, socks?
Anytime I have an early morning, I do that because the extra 10, 15 minutes of sleep, that's worth it.
You lay them out like you got Thanos snapped? Where
Actually,
the pants...
Ned has strings and a clothesline, and then his bed shoots up and he jumps into the clothes.
Since I got a cat, I do not lay my clothes anywhere. Otherwise, they will be cat clothes.
Gotta watch out for socks.
Yeah.
Cat clothes.
Cat clothes.
Well, Keith, this is just another in a long line of spectacular September 15th.
Well, today's September 16th, so it's, I don't know. Maybe it turned out to be a pretty good one so far. So maybe we get a double.
Maybe September 16th will be the new September 15th.
I can only hope.
Day.
How did this one compare to those of yesteryears?
Last year we were in Australia, and that was fun. So we're not in Australia. In fact, we're trapped in America, so I'd say it's a little less good. But my hot sauce lunch, so that's really good. So conflicting emotions. Yeah.
To be a person in this year is to have conflicting emotions. The good comes with a lot of bad, and hopefully you can enjoy the good.
Well, make sure to subscribe to the TryPod, rate us 5 stars to help other people discover the show, and check out my new podcast, Baby Steps. Search for Baby Steps. What?
I just got a visual of Miles sitting hours in his bathtub without actually cleaning his body. Was that the moral of that story, Miles?
Yeah, it's about every night, and then I'll kind of the water will get a little cool, and I'll turn the heat on. I'll turn the heat on extra, and I'll go, ooh, that's a little too hot.
Do you take a shower after it?
Hell no. I get out boiled like a little shrimp.
You must be so pruned.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking pruned.
You know what I have to do after? Because I used to do 30-minute hot baths with Epsom salts for my bad back. You have to cool yourself down afterwards because it raises your body temperature significantly, and then you try and go to sleep, and you are a sweaty little baby boy.
Lay on the bed, no covers.
Where were we in the middle of our plugs? Get the merch.
Baby Steps.
Baby Steps podcast. Search for Baby Steps everywhere podcasts are, and leave us a 5-star review. Hey. Whether you have a baby or not, you just want to hear funny stories, check it out.
Yeah.
And we just dropped new merch, tryguys.com. And you can support us at patreon.com/tryguys to get access to exclusive content and join our community of 5,000 strong Triceratops.
Hell
And
yeah.
remember to, uncouple yourself from a social media addiction. However, turn on notifications for our shows so that you don't miss a thing. You're going to be sad if you do. Keith, hit us with the official TryPod theme song.
It's 2020, and the good comes with the bad, and the bad comes with the good, and the bad comes with the bad, and the bad comes with the bad, and the bad comes with the bad, and the bad comes with the bad. This year is the TryPod.
Until next time, stay beautiful.